thank you for joining me. Today is New Music Friday. It's a new thing. I wanted to look at some artists that maybe we know and also shine a spotlight on artists that maybe we don't know, some new artists. But today we're looking at someone who is hiding behind this plant over there, who is smashing life at the moment. And I don't know anyone who has had so much unanimous support on the internet. It is Ren. I'm so interested about this piano intro. This is so well produced. So before we get into this, Ren has just achieved #1 in the UK charts. I don't know if he has in the US charts, but he's an independent artist. This is one of the second independent artists this year. It's amazing to see independent artists rise to the top here, but what is really important is that he really, really connects. And I'm interested in this piano because I don't think I have heard him play piano on other tracks before, and it's really good. It's really good. He plays guitar on a lot of tracks, and his guitar is great. He's self-taught. I wonder if his piano is self-taught. I wonder if he generally plays piano, if he learned this piece specifically, and he's obviously very, very musical, so it has a great feel to it. It feels very, very fluid. I don't know if he just learned this piece, I want to know. Let me know if you know, if you heard it in an interview or something. Oh, that was cool. So cinematic. Give me shivers, you know? Okay, I'm gonna go further into this and watch a swathe. He often starts with these ooh intros that just kind of sets the scene. It's really beautiful. His lovely vibrato. It's very distinct, his vibrato. It's kind of pushed. And I think it's interesting because often, I'm not sure if this is live or not, but often his music is live. So his vocals are quite dry and you really just get the sound of him. It makes you feel like you're in the moment with him. Now, this is amazing. This song is like 9 minutes, over 9 minutes long. What an achievement to have a song do so well. In this day and age, where people are making songs like 2 minutes or less to fit on TikTok or things like that in a TikTok society, to have a song that is 9 minutes 20 that people will sit and listen to, and that shouldn't be a thing, but it is. So, wow, it shows how engaging he is.
Tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8.
Okay, so the song is inspired by mafia movies, but it isn't just inspired by mafia movies, it's a show of generational trauma or the upbringing that you are given, how that really affects you as you are an adult. I love the mix of rap, of classical music, of pop with the song sections, of almost bard-like traditionalism. It's with the storytelling within it. I think that's what's so engaging, and I think that part of it as well is that people can actually sit for that long and listen. Like, it's rude to say that people can't, because they can, but it has to be interesting enough, and it has to be something, you know, people sit through movies, so they can sit through a song for that long. I think the way that he combines storytelling, visuals, rap, classical pop, you don't know what you're going to get next. You don't know what the story is going to be next. It's hooking, constantly hooking you onto a new thing. And I don't know if he thinks about that or it's just something that is so natural to him. It feels very natural. Sometimes, you know, I've seen clips of him and he's just, you know, rapping to camera on a bus or whatever, and it's still really engaging without all the bells and whistles. So part of that storytelling must be very innate in him as well.
Years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17 and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18 and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invests in
Shivers.
products. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here, son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite.
What is really beautiful, it's actually mediumly, it's not too fast, so you can really hear everything. You've got that very baroque underscore on the piano, but it's simple. It's just him and that piano, which is kind of rare in, I mean, it's kind of unheard of in rap, and it means that you're really, I'm listening to the story and I'm feeling how much the start, those little seeds that people plant in you as a child, how that changes who you are as an adult, and then that goes on to affect everyone around you. I guess it's a warning, isn't it? Be careful of those seeds. Be careful of the seeds you plant in others. Be careful and have a look at the ones that are planted in you, because that really affects your behaviour, and that will plant that seed in many others. If you believe that no one will care about you, the world does not care about you. There are people that care about you in the world. I'm going to... It's got me, hasn't it? It's got me in that place.
Now he's 30. His daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a
That's the point.
servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval. Moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket. 35, he gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack, I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed up, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion. Heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move
So
against the
theatrical.
cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
This almost reminds me of like a Shakespeare play, like the way it's produced, the theatricality, the storytelling. You know, theatre is my background, and it feels like it's something that he has maybe been involved in at some point, or maybe again it's just innate. I don't know. It obviously he is so intelligent. You can tell that he has a real amazing grasp of language, of storytelling, of the world. He's obviously sees a lot of the world, and you know, if you have heard any of his other music, you'll know his background and his struggle with Lyme disease and things like that, and that going through struggle gives you a unique perspective, but going through a struggle and overcoming it, and I think he's still overcoming stuff, but that also gives you a unique perspective. And if you're a kind person, which I also suspect that he is, it makes you want to pass on your learnings, pass on that beauty, the dark beauty as well, to the world. Kind.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
So much power in the pause in these as well. He leaves you hanging. Oh.
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. 45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
It's so truthful, it's so visceral. This is happening in life. It has that beautiful kind of fable quality where it takes you through the story. It has a lesson in each of these, and also really just makes you understand how you were shaped by your environment and the environment that we are creating. Wow, what an incredible mind. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is an incredible piece of new art, and thank you, Ren, for sending it to us as humans. I think this is amazing, amazing art that makes you feel so much. Whew. See you in the next one.